What's up, Shady Sports Network? I'm back here with a special guest today, Mike Grant. Mike played for the West Texas Warbirds this season. Mike, how you doing today, man?
What's up, man? What's up, man? I appreciate you for having me.
No problem. So, you're out there in St. Louis right now. I see you have your St. Louis Cardinals hat on. Have you been watching?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the team this year?
Man, I don't know. I've been busy with season, so I really ain't been able to catch a lot of games. But I hope we make it to the big dance, man. Every year, that's my goal as a Cardinals fans. Us to bring a World Series home.
For sure, we got your boy Dallas here tuning in. What's up,
boy?
Dallas? But no, it's really awesome. How did you feel the season went with West Texas?
It was good as far as the team standpoint, man. When I got down there, I felt the team camaraderie, and we had a lot of good players. We had a lot of good things going for us. We was in a lot of close games. It's almost like we couldn't pull through though. It was like we was missing something. So that's how it was every single game. Like we almost there, but something's missing. So that's kind of what I felt throughout my course of playing the games there.
For sure. So after the season, after going to the next year, the West Texas Warbirds announced they're moving to the AFL. How do you feel about that?
It's gonna be a challenge. Like I said, I have no ill will towards West Texas. I think it's a good young team. I just think that stuff gotta go. The chips gotta fall in the right places for them to be able to compete and for them to be able to, to show that they, which do some work from the highest to the lowest. Everybody got to buy in, and if that happened, then they got a shot. They got a chance.
Man, so I was watching your highlight tape earlier, and you've had a really, really good season. What has worked for you this season, you feel?
Man, for me, it's really just I got a chip on my shoulder. I know a lot of that sound redundant. A lot of guys say that, but I really do. So I'm an undersized lineman, and that kind of just fuels my fire right there. So my goal and my family's goal, and I talk to my pops before every game and stuff, and he always say, remember the plan, remember what you're doing it for. So my goal is to get outside, man, and that's just how I attack the game. I want to get outside. I feel like I can play every game with that mindset, like, man, I got to kill the guy across from me because it's either him or me.
For sure. So, kind of going way back to your high school career, were you a multi-sport athlete in high school, and how was your overall high school experience?
Yeah, my true love always been football, man. Always been football, but in high school I played football. Of course, I was a hooper. Yeah, I was a hooper. I know it don't look like it, but I was a hooper. And then I threw the shot put and discus.
That's awesome. I do shot put too, and shot put is a unique technique for sure.
Definitely.
So after high school, what was your recruiting process like for college?
So I had coming out my senior year, I had a lot of D1 AA's, little things, schools like that, and then kind of started going to camps and trying to get some bigger D1s, and then I ended up having a little mishap with my coaching staff. It's a long story, but I ended up going D2. So I ended up going D2 out of high school. All my interests kind of fell through, and then that's when I kind of learned of D2 and ended up going to Quincy University, and then ended up transferring after 2 years and going to Hardin University in Arkansas, both D2 schools.
So, D2 football is very, very slept on,
Oh, yes.
Tyreek Hill, I believe, went D2 at South Alabama, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the competition at the D2 level.
It's crazy. Like, it's crazy that you say that because D2 is so slept on. People think D2 athletes are, like, terrible. But, like, man, I done played against some D2 teams. Like, I played Ferris State 2-3 times in the playoffs, and those have been some of the best linemen, some of the best quarterbacks, running backs, receivers I've ever played. D2 is very slept on, man. It's some dollars in D2.
I mean, fair state, man. I mean, they've had a great program. You know, they had Jaru Campbell there. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
Great team. But after college, how did you find out? What was your professional opportunities looking like?
So I graduated right in the midst of COVID, which kind of sucks. But actually, my first shot at professional football was overseas. I had two overseas contracts in the GFL, that's the German Football League, and I was just so scared to take it, man. I kind of held back and didn't pull the trigger because of the COVID stuff, and then I'm glad I didn't because it ended up getting shut down and all that. So then after that, I kind of just went into hiding like the rest of the world and didn't know nothing about what was to come next. Kind of just waiting for the next opportunity and see what I was gonna do with my life.
For sure. So, I mean, after COVID, what was your opportunities looking like after that?
So after COVID, my first opportunity came. I didn't really know about indoor football. So I got an agent. My agent kind of told me about the things that we can do. You're a smaller school guy. Here are the opportunities you have. And my first opportunity actually came from Omaha Beef. That was the first ever team that took a shot on me.
Omaha Beef, you know, great
Mm-hmm.
franchise. How was your rookie year playing for them?
Now it was good. So I ended up getting hurt. Had a great camp. Met a bunch of good guys out there. Probably was one of the best D linemen in camp. And then I ended up having a bad high ankle sprain that kind of kept me out for weeks on weeks. So you know how the process goes. You can't make the tub. You can't make the club in the tub. End up getting released and then heading over to Rapid City and finish the rest of my rookie season out in Rapid City.
So, you know, Rapid City, it's been a team that I've been, you know, particularly very critical of. But how are the Rapid City Marshals run as an organization?
Well, when I was there, we had a guy named Keith Russ. I was our owner. I don't know about how much you know about him, but it was a lot of stuff going on. But I'm not going to shine a light on him. I'll shine a light on the positive stuff. Dante Dudley was a good coach. We had a bunch of good players. As far as the players and the coach and the coaching, I would say that was the best part about all of my experience at Rapid City.
Man, I think that's a great way to put it. You know, look at the positive. So, I mean, we talked about it this season in West Texas. You know, you guys were close. At what point did you join the team?
I joined the team about halfway through the season, so it might have been around there, like towards the back end of the season, toward the back end, about the middle of the IFL and the middle of the NAL season. That's when I joined West Texas.
So we see a lot of IFL, NAL comparisons. What are your thoughts on both leagues?
Oh man, I would. It's great talent in both. I think the leagues are just a little different as far as the rules and the style, of course. Like with the NAL, it was guys playing both ways and DBs playing receiver and things like that. So that can kind of get tricky. In the IFL, it's more like it resembles outdoor a little bit more because you got different motions, you got shotgun, read options, little things like that. So I definitely say it was a difference, but each one of them had their good.
For sure. Do you feel like I don't want to get into competition because both competition is great. But if you had to say, do you feel like the competition is better in one league than the other?
Oh man, you trying to get me beat up by some teams, man. I'll say just because the IFL has more teams and a bigger pool of players to choose from, I would say the IFL. I would say the IFL right now, but I'll say this: the NAL is close because it's a lot of studs in the NAL. It's a lot of studs. Don't get me wrong, but I would give IFL the nod over NAL right now.
Who do you think right now is the best quarterback in the NAL? Do you think it's Malik Henry? Do you think it's Sam Casanova? Who do you think it is?
Man, that's tough. I'll say this: I play both of them guys, and they both dogs. I mean, I'll tell you this about Malik Henry. I don't know nothing about the guy, but I hit him. I had so many quarterback pressures on him, and I would hit him. And I would get up and talk stuff. Yeah, what's up? And he would have a straight poised face and be like, next play. And I'm talking about hit him. I'm hitting him hard. And he don't say nothing. So I don't know if it's just him, man. I'll give him the 9 right now. I like him over Castronova. But I think, like, overall quarterback, Castronova probably the best.
Man, there's a lot of dogs in the NAL. You know, in the beginning of the season, I won't lie, I was kind of sleeping on the NAL a little bit. Mm-hmm. But when I started watching, I'm like, man, this league is for real. Like, there's dogs.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, your next opportunity, what are you looking at for yourself?
Whatever comes, man, I'm gonna be ready for it. So, like I said, right now I'm back home. I'm back working. I'm back training. Getting back to my trainer, back to my guys that I was working with to get me ready for things and opportunities I have. So I'm just gonna stick to the game plan, man. I'm not gonna change it up because I feel like when people change stuff up, that's when stuff start changing and getting bad. So I'm just gonna stick to the plan, man, and whatever comes, God willing, I'll be ready for it.
What's your daily routine looking like?
So right now I'm back hitting it hard with training guys. I'm back training my high school guys. I'm back training athletes, and then I'm back training myself. I took a couple of days off or whatever after I was done with my season, and now I'm right back to it. About to get right back with my strength and conditioning guy, and we finna hit it, man. Get right back in routine.
Yes, sir. You already know. Final couple questions here. Where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 4 years?
3 to 4 years. Honestly, I can say still playing football, but I can say at a high level, I definitely think I can really see myself in either the USFL or XFL. I can really see that. I can see myself in one of those leagues trying to contribute and help a team get a championship. But I also see myself owning my own D-line training company and me having a bunch of athletes up under me. That's something I've been enjoying, and I think that I want to run with that.
I love it. I love that. Position specific. I feel like we need more of those position specific coaches. So that's huge.
Definitely.
I know you work with younger people. What's your biggest piece of advice for younger people?
Man, I enjoy it. Because as you grow and get older, and as you keep playing this game, man, it's only gonna get harder. It's only gonna get harder. You're gonna meet coaches, you're gonna meet players, you're gonna meet a whole bunch of people. And the thing is, you're not gonna click with them people right away. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take effort. It's gonna take faith. It's gonna take you being humble. It's gonna take a lot of stuff for you to be a good teammate. So I just say enjoy it. It's a game, and it opens you up to other avenues. So you just got to enjoy the ride while you on it. It's like a roller coaster, man. You got to love it.
Yes, sir. So, Mike, I want to thank you a lot for coming on the show, man. Really enjoyed chopping up with you. I look forward to see, your next move and keep grinding, brother.
Hey, thank you so much for having me, man. I appreciate you so much.
Yes, sir. You already know.
I'm a game changer.